Welcome back. Chef Anthony is joining us this morning, and as we tease, we are making a Thanksgiving alternative to that big old turkey. And despite what you may be thinking if you saw our tease, it's not Chris.
I tried. They wouldn't let me.
We're not cooking Chris in the roaster.
So we're going to take what we learned last week with dressing, and we're going to take it to the next step. We're going to make a pork roulade.
Pork roulade?
And this is a wonderful way to do this. And learning the trussing technique and learning what I'm about to show you, you can stuff this with anything. So every time that you do it, it can be different.
Okay, so what cut of pork is this?
This is a pork loin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my very sharp knife and give it a slice right down the side over here. And then I'm going to start to open it up. And I'm going to keep my knife even so that I don't cut down and out, but I'm going to go all the way across it, trying to stay even all the way. And as you can see, it's starting to open up for me.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just going to keep going until we open it all the way up.
Is that called butterflying it?
It would be until this cut right here. Because we're going to take this piece and we're going to do the same thing again.
Oh. So we're really taking a thick roast and thinning it out.
We're going to thin this roast out and we're going to stuff it with all sorts of wonderful goodness. So here we have it all laid out. Okay.
Does this kind of cut have a, butterfly just opens it up in half?
Butterfly just opens it up. This is roulade. This is the start of a roulade.
Roulade.
And what I have here is I have roasted red peppers. I have some bird's eye peppers from the garden of one of our fellow teachers. Miss Russian has these wonderful peppers in her garden, and we tried them yesterday. They are absolutely exquisite. And I have mixes of my favorite cheese. It's a little Monterey Jack, a little cheddar, some provolone, and some mozzarella.
Okay.
They all melt real nice and even inside of this and give it all good sorts of flavors.
Okay.
Now, once you've done this once or twice, you'll start to find places that you want to do things. A lot of my friends will season the inside.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily want to go that far, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay in some cheese, just like so.
Nice layer of cheese.
And I'm
Can't
going to
go wrong
leave.
with that.
No, I'm going to leave about an inch on the edge over here.
Remember the lamb meatloaf we made the other day?
Oh,
we put
yes.
cheese in that too.
Yes,
didn't
we did.
Yes.
And we're going to lay it out like so. I'm leaving a little bit of this because I want a little bit of room when I go to tie it and pull it up closed.
So the cheese doesn't just fall right out.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then I have some roasted red peppers. I'll just spread them out inside. Now my kids all week long have been working on a special stuffing to exemplify the holiday season and fall and all the beauties of the things that come around this time of year. And it's in that pot. If you'd be so kind to bring that on over and get ready to scoop that out for me. Make sure you get a good whiff of that when you open it up. It's so good. Are you okay over there, Tanya?
I don't think we're going to put the shrunken head into our roast.
I love Halloween. This is part of my favorite part of the year. Halloween, the whole month of October, and April Fools are my absolute favorite parts of the year. Be easy with Fred.
I'm going to keep it away because I don't want any of its hair in our roast. Okay.
So we have everything laid out inside of it, and we're going to lay over our first roll, and we're going to roll this whole beautiful roast right back up like so. Okay. And because of what we learned last week, the tying is going to make this so much easier for us. I'll move these out of the way. And we're going to turn this.
Oh yes, and if you want to check out a step-by-step tying technique of, this is called trussing. Trussing. Last week, Chef Anthony gave us a detailed step-by-step of how he did this, which was, it's kind of time-consuming, but it made a beautiful, symmetrical roast, which. What were we working with last week?
We were working with beef last week.
Beef, and it was an oblong, weird shape and whatnot. But after you trussed it, it was a nice
even shape.
Rectangle.
And see, with this, all you have to do is get this to stay shut.
What kind of knot are you doing at the?
That's just a slip
bottom?
knot.
Just a slip knot, so you can tighten it.
Yes, and then I'm going to use. And I buy butcher's twine. I buy it like this. There's a lot. This is about $40 worth of twine, but. Just so that you know, I have average of 25 students per class, And this has lasted me 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So multiple classes, multiple students, and they've used this over and over and over and over
That'll
again.
last you forever then.
It'll last you quite a while.
Probably don't need that much.
So we lay it over, make our little upside down 4, and flip it in, just like so. And we're going to do this all the way down, and we'll come up the back, and we'll show you a little bit more
Just
of that.
a reminder,
during
how
7
far
o'clock.
apart should you go on your...
Whatever your portion size you want it to be, or to keep it even. I like to be at about 1 inch, because I don't worry so much about it cutting and measuring out my portions for me, because I'm going to completely remove this, and I'm going to add some more stuff to it.
Oh, nice.
So.
Okay, so as we go to break, well, actually, we're going to continue trussing it when we come back later in the show.
Yes, ma'am.
And then work on seasoning it.
Yes, we're going to season it, and then after that, we're going to have a completed one for you to try and tell us what you think.
All right, sounds like a plan. We'll be right back.